Trump says Canada... I would have to imagine if it gets at or worse than 2008, Republicans will start to turn on Trump. Remember, when you say get worse, you have to remember, you got to keep qualifying what that means, because it doesn't mean the same thing to everybody. The economy getting worse doesn't necessarily mean they think things are getting worse. Like you're in like remember, this is a cult. If you're hurting other people more, it might be worth it to these guys. Like watching the economy suffer a bit in order to feel like you're owning somebody else might be worth it. Is this a real outfit? Because if so, Bayzed. Why does this whole picture look AI? Nothing Canada can do to prevent tariffs, says Trump. I'm all for tariffs on Chinese imports. Our trade deficit with China over the last decade have transferred almost $3 trillion in wealth. That's not how that works. Why should we be subsidizing our principal geopolitical rival? But Canada, I understand we have trade issues that need resolution, but why needlessly alienate one of our closest allies? True. As a Canadian, I was looking forward to a future of Trump and Poilievre or whatever. This guy, even this guy, I think was talking Trump, or maybe not talking, but sort by top. I hope this is just a negotiation tactic to see what Canada would offer. Otherwise, this is just a tax imposed on Americans with no real goal in mind. I am curious how it's all going to end. My theory is that he's doing this until Poilievre, I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name, takes office to make him look good. Helps him get into Trump's inner circle and makes him look like a Trump whisperer to the Canadian people. Oh, kind of like how Trump got all those concessions out of Israel, right? Or how Trump got all those... Wait, are we past day one? Oh shit, we didn't even celebrate the end of the Ukraine-Russia war. Because that ended on day one, right? I don't think we even celebrated. What the fuck? Anna Kasparian versus Emma Vigilant Beef. I saw this. Anna has gotten insanely petty. Holy fuck. I'm not even saying that just because she's attacking me, but like, even her attacks on Peace Code shit. You don't know what it's... You have no idea what the fuck LA is like. Or whatever. Like, bro, what the fuck? What do you... How long has Anna lived in LA? Where does she live in LA? I'm super curious. LA is a big fucking place, okay? I remember Emma telling me verbatim, I never have to work a day in my life if I don't want to because of how wealthy her family is. Your mom threw a nice little fundraiser for Senator Gillibrand in 2019, right? I get why you're so attached to a party that fucked over the working class over and over again. What do any of these things have to do with each other? What? So I don't really expect her to understand what it's like to live in a neighborhood that's been overrun with criminals due to the policies she preaches in the name of gaining social capital. Which neighborhoods is she referring to? Homelessness is a big problem in LA. Like, are there like tons of crime-ridden neighborhoods? I don't know. I mean, if we're talking about like shoplifting and shit, that's definitely an issue. But that's been an issue for like the last fucking decade. I don't know if that's, well, it's probably gotten a little better now because I think that even in San Francisco, they basically rebelled against their DA and they were like, okay, we need to go back to prosecuting this shit. Please help me understand why Canada will care to negotiate the tariffs if they largely affect the U.S. Well, because Canada doesn't want to be stuck in a position where they can't export anything to the United States and they've got to buy a whole bunch of shit from the U.S. because the U.S. economy is so much larger than Canada. Having like a one-sided tariff like that probably does like fuck you over and damage you pretty harshly. Fran did a hatchet job on Cenk, even though he was kind enough to waste his time going on her show in the name of openness and understanding. I knew he was making a mistake. These people aren't interested in building any coalitions. They're not open to understanding anything. They don't even give a shit about winning policy goals. Literally the worst thing Cenk ever did was opening up the company to these people. They came in, leached off what he built, and turned on him for clout the first second they could. Also, tell me, Emma, since taking a sponsor is so unacceptable to you and the four-person company you work for, how many of the dozens of employees at the Young Turks should Cenk lay off to appease your judgmental ass? Tell us. Bro, what happened to the Young Turks? Holy fuck. Oh my God. Tweeting this at... Well, if she's in... I think they live in California, so this is at 11:42. Gotta love the performative piousness of polymarket populists. Oof. Coming for ally and movement partner at Frenifio because she posted Cenk's own words coming from his mouth. Go back to your roots ranking celebrity camel toes. Fuck! I was going to use that one. Get your clicks that way as the rest of us oppose fascism.
You can be... I know that Franchesca Fiorentini...
Oh, we didn't even cover that. I can't. We got to just play video games. Fucking Donald Trump. Did this actually go through? They were going to open additional room in fucking Gitmo in Guantanamo Bay for fucking... Wait, did this actually happen? Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem on Sunday said that due process will be followed for all migrants housed at Guantanamo Bay in the wake of an announcement from President Donald Trump this week that his administration plans to house thousands of migrants at a military camp in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba.
I know that Franchesca Fiorentini is currently attacking you about this as if Donald Trump is unique. He's novel compared to past presidents, certainly a special kind of evil that we've never seen before. In her mind, these are the gulags that she was warning about. But in fact, this has been a longstanding practice. You can be against that practice, but Donald Trump isn't doing anything new here.
Yeah, so I'm going to address it. I think that the clip that Franchesca's using is misleading and totally out of context, but that's okay. But I know that—
No, it's not okay.
Stop. If you say something is out of context, then explain what the context is. What do you mean? What one is Franchesca using? I don't know if we watched this interview. I think we might have just watched part of it when Cenk was making the rounds and getting obliviated.
The clip that Franchesca's using is misleading and totally out of context, but that's okay. But I know that—
No, it's not okay. No, it's not okay. That dishonesty is not okay.
Yeah,
but continue. Go ahead.
I hear you. I hear you. I don't mean to
But she's getting the likes that she wants, right? Otherwise, I mean, who would pay attention to anything she's doing if she's not attacking TYT? But anyway, continue, Jay.
Yeah. All right.
Listen, we understand that you want to go more right, okay? But you can only crank the brightness on that camera so much. Jesus Christ. What is the what's the clip that's going around that they're mad? Obliviate. That comes from the guy. Oh God, fuck, what was his name? Obliviate. What's his name? The guy. Fulcrum. Yeah. This one. Oh yeah, apparently Fulcrum is like a full-on neo-Nazi, like Trump-obsessed guy too now. So, but what are you gonna do?
You want to have a beer with people who want to put people in mass deportation camps. They want to deport.
You think we're gonna get put in camps? You sound all right.
I mean, he said it. That's what he said he wants to do. Why would you assume he's not gonna do it? He said he wants to do it. Okay, hold on. That's out of context. What is the full context? Franchesca, Cenk. These people have the hardest to spell fucking names. Sorry, okay. Was this a month ago? The habituation. This lady is way to the left of me, okay? So just be warned if you watch more of her content. It's the most basic Cuban name. Is Franchesca a Cuban name? Oh, maybe it is.
Right wing that all you want to—
It's an Italian name. Okay.
Do is break bread with them, that you want to debate with them, but afterward you want to go have a beer.
Yes, I do.
You want to have a beer with people who want to put people in mass deportation camps. They want to deport.
You think we're gonna get put in camps? You sound all right. Anyway,
you think I sound crazy? They're starting with Chinese people. That's my fucking family, dog. Like, what are you talking about?
That's such an excuse. Okay, they're going to start with Muslims. They're going to start with my people. Okay, if they start at all.
Yeah,
so stop hiding behind vulnerable communities.
I'm hiding behind vulnerable communities.
Yes, you are. You're using them as human
standing in front of vulnerable communities. Jake, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm in front of vulnerable communities. I'm the most endangered friend.
By tweeting at Elon Musk? Please, don't help me. Come on, Jake. This is so sad. That's so sad. Let's take it down. Let's simmer down. No. Simmer down.
Like this attitude that she has. Why can't these people be center left? Why not be center left?
Simmer down. I'm asking. Let me just ask you, real, honest to God.
You already said 12 things that I need to respond to. Can I respond to them?
No, I want to ask you this one question.
Of course not.
Let's talk about you going on these shows. Just
how is it that? Is it Anna or Anna? I don't know how to pronounce her fucking name. I just go back and forth. How is it that Anna started to veer off course and Cenk was like course correcting her, and then like a month after, like Anna is like right alongside him? What happened? Or was? Oh, no. Wait. Wait, did I say that backwards? Anna started to go off course, and then Cenk was kind of like bringing her back, but then Cenk like immediately. Sorry. What else is this? Deficit projection percentage of GDP. Current Biden CBO, TCGA. Those are the tax Trump cuts. No, TCGA. Did I just say jump cuts? These are the tax. These are the Trump tax cuts. I forgot what this stands for. The Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. Extended, and then with 3.3% model rates by Biden, 4% model rates. Okay, gotcha. Finish the thought. Oh, I got a text my friend. Sorry. What was? Did I not finish it? I just said that it feels like Anna was like veering off, because I remember watching her on that show. He's like, I can't believe we didn't talk about this, and Cenk was like, no, we did. And then Cenk joined her, and now they're just like both insane. I finished my thought. I think I finished it, but Jesus, isn't everything Franchesca just said to him crazy? Not really. No. We're opening Gitmo for more migrants. I don't know. I feel like that feels a little bit wacky to me. Oh, I don't know. Were we storing migrants there before? Like 30,000 of them? Do you worry about getting Alzheimer's yourself? Early onset is before 65. And pharmaceutical companies are like for the first time over the past couple of years, finally making some progress in dealing with it. So I feel like, hoping, without being super familiar with the research, that we will have drugged our way out of Alzheimer's by the time I'm that age, hopefully. So, can't you test to see if you have the genes for it? Yeah, but why the fuck would I do that? Fuck that. That's spooky as fuck, okay? Or maybe I should, actually. Because then if you do... No, because I feel like... This would be my worry, because if I test for it and I see you do have it, then I should live a healthier lifestyle to stave it off or reduce the chance of it happening. But what if I test for it and I don't have the genes for it, and then I just get fat and lazy and horrible? My wife is here on H-1B and we are waiting for our green card. How cooked do you think we are? Good luck. When was the last time I went to the gym for a week straight? This week. I went every day I needed to, okay? That's why I've been late to stream too. Get fucked. Because fuck streaming, okay? Now I'm just on my health arc. So I can retire. Fuck you guys. Just kidding. Half kidding. I heard physical activity is good against Alzheimer's. Supposedly, I think if you're more physically active, I think it can cause it to start later in life. Once you start exhibiting symptoms, though, nothing you do slows it down, except for there's some drug therapies now that do for the first time ever, which is cool. But
exports, blah, blah, blah. America's in charge. Brother, you know something I love? Is how the people that are very poor and broke and can't even afford the cost of life are going out there tweeting, we are in charge. We deal the cards. We are at the top. You know, we are at the helm of this operation. Now I'm gonna go to the grocery store and buy $26 pack of eggs. Bitch ass. Like, okay, dude, I guess.
Like, little bro, there's a club, but you're not in it. Yeah.
I guess you're right. You win. I mean, you win, but what's the prize, really? Let's be honest.
Damn. That's a Daliban tweet. Nice. Hold on. This is... Democrats think we care about prices going up from tariffs? Ha! Bitch, we voted for Trump to deport 10 million illegals and destroy the system rigged against us. You really think we give a damn about syrup prices from Canada? February 2nd, 2025. 12 hours ago. 10 hours ago. (2022) May. I guess it's okay to laugh about record high inflation and record high prices that are destroying people's lives. They hate us and they don't care. Okay. Retweet? I did. I don't listen to women, Mexicans, or Jews, so I definitely am listening to that bitch. Laughing face. Okay. Very big pro-women from the respecting women and traditional values crowd. This guy is an economist. Wait, Destiny doesn't actually think Cenk is taking a rightward turn, right? If anything, they become more aligned, or at least going through the same process. Tommy doesn't believe the garbage coming out of the far left about Anna and Cenk. No, the problem is they're taking an illiberal turn. This is why we have to reject illiberals, whether they're on the far left or the far right. And they're doing this red-brown alliance shit where they're willing to carry water for Trump and be chill with these people because they're getting a lot of play for it, a lot of airtime for it. It's not good. Tariffs don't cause inflation. The Fed does. Wow, thanks, Brian. Damn. Holy fuck. This guy has beautiful hair. What the fuck? It's a little more complicated, depending on what we mean by cause. But this should be the starting point at least. The inflation point is mostly a red herring. I've taught thousands of economic students the introductory model of tariffs. A tariff on washing machines raises their price, harming households but benefiting U.S. manufacturers. The household's loss is larger, so the tariff ends up destroying wealth for the country. This conclusion makes economists unpopular with many politicians. Recent research has convinced me that the Econ 101 story is generally too simple to apply in a modern economy. Pro-tariff politicians are right about that, but they have the direction wrong. Tariffs are even worse than the textbook model suggests. Usually not the main takeaway, but there is an upside to tariffs in the basic model. Tariffs benefit domestic manufacturers. The standard trade model taught in Econ 101 is shown below as supply and demand, where the usual sloped curves are only the domestic supply and demand. Onto that, we add a world supply curve that is horizontal at the price P underscore world. With the tariff, the price is bumped up to P underscore tariff. By shielding domestic producers from foreign competition, tariffs allow these producers to charge higher prices and give them a new opportunity to expand production. The yellow region of producer surplus grows. That's why companies facing import competition will lobby for trade barriers. For some people, and this is a normative argument, not a positive economic argument, the benefit to domestic producers and their employees is worth more than the harm to consumers. There's a redistributive reason for the tariff. Okay. Let's see if we can fucking big brain our way through this. This is the supply produced at a given price. This is the demand for something at a given price. This is the world production. So the world will produce a thing here at where it's being demanded. Wait. Fuck me. I suck at reading these charts. I don't understand how this, because shouldn't this, the tariff should just bump the whole line, the supply line should be bumped up, right? No, wait. Yes. No. P world is the default price of a good without the tariff. Don't you need two lines for this? Or am I retarded? Am I not understanding? P world and P tariff are separate from the supply line. Oh, that just represents a certain price, I guess? Okay, sorry. Just focus on the dotted lines. Hold on. Well, I suck at reading these graphs. I have to just talk through this. Okay. This is the demand for a given good at a certain price. The quantity demanded. So when the price is very, very, very high, the quantity demanded is very, very, very low. But when the price is very, very high, the supply that would be available, producers obviously would make a lot. And then as you move on the right on this, the quantity demanded is much higher as the price falls. Okay. And then same thing with the supplier. It's the inverse. At a very low price, they don't want to make very much. At a very high price, they want to make a lot. And then you meet somewhere in the middle here. Okay. If you, the size of the tariff. I don't know how to factor in these dotted lines for anything. I'm just a fucking retard. I don't understand. Metalloid, give me the explanation. Type in a full sentence without using a ton of shortcuts or pronouns. That's the domestic supply-demand curve. P-World represents the price in the global markets, which is lower than the domestic equilibrium price. Okay. Okay. This is domestic, and this is the world. Okay, okay, hold on. I think I understand more. So that means that the world can produce at a very low price over here and the quantity demanded would be quite high, so they would consume here. The consumption would be less with the tariff at the world price, which would bring you closer in line to where the domestic equilibrium would be, right? But I don't understand how the tax revenue or anything works here. Tax revenue is just price times quantity sold. Okay. I don't think that helped me at all. The amount the domestic firm will get in tax revenue. The amount the domestic firm will get in tax revenue. Oh, hold on. Never mind. I understand. So this is the world price. If we bump up and we have a tariff here, if we're consuming at any point here from an international producer, from a world producer, the difference in the tariff and the production price would be tax revenue consumed, it would be tax revenue, right? Okay, what are we trying to explain with this? By shielding domestic producers from foreign companies, tariffs allow these producers to charge higher prices to give them a new opportunity to expand production. The yellow region of producer surplus grows. That's why companies facing import competition will lobby for trade barriers. For some people, and there's a normative argument, not a positive economic argument, the benefit to domestic producers and their employees is worth more than their harm to consumers. That's a redistributive reason for the tariffs. For some people, this is a normative argument, not a positive economic argument. That's true. By normative, he means you have to decide if you want to hurt all of society a little bit to benefit a certain sector a lot. That's a normative argument. It's not like economically, there's not like a right or wrong answer there. Tariffs are a tax on intermediate goods that manufacturers use. As I explained before, one implicit assumption is in this argument is that trade is in finished products for consumers, but a large part of international trade occurs in intermediate inputs and components, not finished products, ready for consumers. Companies import parts, materials, and unfinished goods using their own. This means tariffs often act like a tax on domestic manufacturers who use these imports, raising their costs instead of protecting them from foreign competition. That's true. If the neat separation between consumers and producers ever existed, it doesn't today. Apple designs iPhones in California, but contracts manufacturing hundreds of suppliers peppered across Asia. Is this domestic or foreign production? Tariffs on these imports directly affect clean by between. A big part of international trade occurs within multinational corporations, not between independent buyers and sellers. Probably half U.S. imports, nearly a third. Common sense that J.D. Vance appealed to in his vice presidential rate through careful data collection analysis from economists, often economists PhDs. Their detailed research reveals how these costs increased, ripple through supply chains. For example, research by which included using solar panels, washing machines, found that products more exposed to tariffs on imported inputs experienced significantly lower export growth. This effect was equivalent to foreign countries imposing a 2% tariff on U.S. exports on average. The tariffs intended to protect domestic industries ended up acting as a tax on U.S. exporters, undermining their global competitiveness. This is the opposite of protecting American jobs. The Econ 101 model misses another crucial aspect of real-world tariffs. The other country often retaliates tariffs of its own. True, this harms domestic exporters and affects superior manufacturing. Wait, I thought I was going to read something. I thought I was about to read like the opposite of all this. He's going to say tariffs don't cause inflation, the Fed does. Hold on, fuck. Okay, let me see if I can think where he's going with this then. Is the argument going to be that tariffs won't actually cause prices to go up? People will just consume less. Manufacturing will shrink, so the supply of everything produced will shrink, and then jobs will go away, but it wouldn't necessarily inflate prices. It would just kind of like make everybody's life a little bit shittier, but prices would remain the same. Is that basically what he's going to say? Oh, fuck, he didn't even explain. Okay. Wouldn't that be deflationary? Would prices fall? I'm not sure. I don't know. Okay. Well, okay. Glad we can make that pit stop. Okay, I need to watch a couple of videos. Paul Krugman. Leopard, I will eat your face. Bank analysts. Our baseline assumes no face eating. Leopard, chomp, chomp, chomp. JP Morgan econs on Trump's latest are increasingly concerned that the policy mix may tilt into an unintentionally far less business-friendly stance. The sustained 25% tariff on Canada and Mexico, set to start this weekend, is materially different than the tariff increases built into our baseline. Uh-oh. That doesn't sound good. Wait, how are our futures? What is this going to look like? The volatility is up 12.8%. Now the question is does the market truly have this priced in, or are people like hoping that tomorrow Trump is going to walk it all back? I wonder if people are still waiting for a big walk back on Monday. Oof, Jesus Christ. Destiny, bro, most people think it's going to be repealed. Yeah. What if on Monday... Here's like a doomsday scenario. This would be super spooky. What if on Monday, the markets are still like, okay, hold on. And on Monday, he comes back and he says, the last tariffs, forget about them. They're doubled because Canada retaliated and now we're super retaliating. What does the market have to drop by to freeze trading for the day? Is it 2% or... How much does market have to sink to activate emergency stop? Oh, is it 7%? That's huge. Jesus. Damn. Okay. 7%, then 13%, then 20%. It would look really... Imagine Trump, too. The only thing that Trump has is his strongman identity. Imagine if he threatened... Like if... Here's the scary thing. Trump threatened to double tariffs. He threatened to retaliate. If he walks back from that, I feel like... Would that be the very first time Trump has had a bluff called and he had to walk back embarrassingly from it, like on the world stage? That's kind of spooky, no? Destiny, what is the emergency stop, please? I'm so confused. I don't know if this applies to all individual stocks or just the entire market, but if the market drops enough, there's an emergency trigger that will pause trading. Because what people are worried about is people get emotional And I think this is defined as a flash crash. People will just start selling, and you'll burn through all of your book orders, and like securities prices will tank more than they probably should because people are being emotional. So they'll pause for 15 minutes, 30 minutes or whatever. Or I think they can pause for the rest of the day if they need to, but it's to give people like time to just like emotionally calm the fuck down. But I think that like burning through book orders and like having derivatives executed and shit can like accelerate that more than how it should. So I think it's supposed to just like pause like the emotional thing and the and like the actual market functions to give people time to chill, I think. Four provinces, including Quebec, Ontario, and BC, stopped selling U.S. alcohol. Oh yeah, the ICBO or whatever. I think that's that weird store that you go in, right? Or is that just a buyer and the weird store is something different? With algorithmic trading, the books are also much faster to react to sudden moves, and liquidity dries up super quick. Yeah, I've heard that algorithms have like flash crashed stocks before and have burned through books like super quickly. Yeah. Provinces respond to Trump tariffs by pulling U.S. liquor from shelves. I think these are the single largest buyers for some of these, like maybe for all U.S. liquor. I don't know. Ontario Premier Doug Ford has ordered the Liquor Control Board of Ontario to strip its shelves of American products in response to the U.S. imposing a 25% tariff on most Canadian imports starting Tuesday. Every year, the LCBO sells nearly $1 billion worth of American wine, beer, spirits, and seltzers. Not anymore. This is like invasion language. I want to do so much. After we destroy the Canadian economy, their will to resist will erode. We will then march in unopposed and deliver Canada to its rightful place as a territory of the U.S. with no political representation. Like, if you were a Canadian citizen, you should be like... I can't say it on YouTube. Actually, I don't even know if I can say it on Kick. Like, these aren't like meme statements when we're literally doing this. Like, it's all like... This is happening. Real life. It's happening right now. But... What is this?
$39.06.
Would you be willing to debate Destiny on if Trump's tariffs are good or not? I haven't researched...
There's no way she would be in favor of these. Like, some of these... I don't even know if I'd call Amaranth MAGA. Like, there are going to be some people that vote Republican who are just like... You know, lower taxes, economy go up, equal good, and that's it. But I don't think that these types of people, like economy go up, low tax good, I don't think these people are going to be happy with this.
Enough about
especially
tariffs.
Because like she's going to have a big portfolio that's going to be seeing some big losses, assuming the market's open as bad as the futures indicate they will.
About tariffs, especially Trump's tariffs, to consider myself able to really have any say on that, but would I be willing to if I were to? Yes.
Okay.
Stop.
If I were to research more.
I'm done with that.
You don't want to know the other one?
Stop. No. I don't know. I'm just gonna.
Destiny, the biggest question I have is about why. Why are we doing this? Canada has been an ally forever. We help each other out. Why do we want to invade Canada? I don't know. I don't have an answer for you. I haven't even considered like those options yet, like the really Machiavellian things. Destiny, realistically, what do you think it'd take to have Trump move back on tariffs? Is it like a 10 to 20% shift in popularity or something worse? I don't know. I do hope, like I said before, I hope that Mexico and Canada remain strong in punishing the U.S. for these tariffs, and Trump has to walk back from this, like, and realize he fucked up. There can't be some agreement that lets him save face. There can't be Canada and Mexico like, okay, fine, we'll do this at the border and we'll do that. Like, Trump can't walk away feeling like he made a good decision or that this is some kind of political victory. It just can't, that can't be the case. The Canadian ambassador said they received no demands. They would have tariffs removed. I heard that, was it that Trudeau said in that press conference, didn't he say that he'd tried to reach out since like the inauguration and he hadn't talked to Trump at all? That's insane. Trudeau's speech from last night? Yeah, we watched it live. Jeez. I wonder what Ben Shapiro is tweeting about the tariffs right now. I bet it's probably crazy. January 31st, January 31st, January 31st, January 30th. Wait, shit, is my Twitter bugged? Why isn't it loading all of his tweets from February 1st and February 2nd? It's Shabbat? No, it's not. It's fucking Sunday morning. Shabbat was over last night, my dudes. Where are our tweets at? Hello? Andrew Beck. If you truly want to put Canada first, you will advocate that its 10 states and 3 territories join the United States of America. Canada and America are one land. We are one people. We were always destined to be one nation. Destiny is now at our door. This is a bot account, right? This is a Russian bot account. There's no way that this is real. Uniting with Canada to make its provinces, states, and territories, then annexing Greenland and perhaps Cuba is a noble aim for America, full of historical precedent. What's more, it's a perfectly reasonable strategy in the present for creatively pursuing our shared interests. To be honest, I agree with that. I think it'd be great. But I'm a huge fan of globalism. These are globalist ideas. We should just have one super country. Financial integration, currency integration, our markets, our like culture. I think I'd be fucking all for it. Hell the fuck yeah. Sure. Oh, fuck, wait. I feel like I have so much shit to cover now. I can't do anything in a day. This is crazy. Some unhinged Destiny post existed. And I thought it was I thought it was a good post. You know what? I feel like I supported like over half the shit in here. Fuck, does anybody have a link to this? Oh, nice. Stealing my content. Explain it further. Based Luigi tweeting. I'm gonna be Luigi tweeting a ton. Okay, get ready for it. Oh, thank you. Somebody had it in chat. Dems unhinged mandate winning platform. Based or cringe. 1. Abolish the Electoral College. True. Fuck it. 2. Expand Supreme Court all based picks. Institute term limits. True. Fuck it. Yep. Two Supreme Court justices per circuit so that they can ride circuit sometimes and drop to the lower courts to make decisions. More active moderation, more opinions written by them, more Supreme Court justices, more equitable distribution between presidential terms. Based. Do it. 3, end filibuster. You know what? Fuck it. Yeah, why not? Because nobody likes it when they don't like it anyway, so just get rid of it. Fuck it. New Voting Rights Act. Ban gerrymandering. Gerrymandering is just a tough one, but automatic registration? Yeah. Mail-in voting? Sure. Stop Republicans from political elections? Yeah, sure. Make DC and Puerto Rico states. This should have already happened. This needs to happen. We need to have all of the pro-Palestinian fucks need to talk about the occupation of DC and Puerto Rico, because these are occupied territories that don't have democratic representation right now, okay? We have built an ethno-American state, and we have blocked the slaves that are living in Puerto Rico and DC from having their voices heard democratically, okay? We either need to set them free and make them their own country, or we need to make them states, okay? Puerto Ricans don't like that. I didn't ask what Puerto Ricans wanted. I don't give a fuck. We'll force them to be a state. Prosecute Trump and all of his co-conspirators. True. Don't care if he's old or dead. He doesn't need jail. We're just putting all on the record for the history books. True. Break up right-wing media and enforce antitrust. True. Regulate social media to stop disinformation. Yeah. Do it. 10 million% taxes on every Republican billionaire and big oil. True. Fuck it. Just steal their money. IRS on steroids. I think one of the things that I appreciated about, I think it was either the IRGC, I think it's the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps in Iran, or it was just the Quds forces, like the mobile part. But they have like their own totally separate funding that I think the ordinary government can't touch. They have their own funding or whatever. Okay. The IRS needs its own separate funding mechanisms and its own separate body that runs it, so nobody can touch it. All right. Tax collection should be the #1 fucking job of the IRS, and nobody should be able to block them at all. All right. And the IRS should be outfitted with the sickest and the latest fucking gear. Okay. The sickest fucking optics, the sickest AR-15s. All right. Automatic, fully automatic shotguns, John Wicks, all of them, all right? Power armor, aircraft carriers. Aggressively unionize. Unions fight for workers. Nothing particularly more about this. Right now, workers don't have the upper hand. Fuck unions. I don't like them. Too many of them supported Trump. So no unions. You're not allowed anymore. Unless you didn't support Trump, then you're based. Universal healthcare / public option. Yeah, we need the public option. Stop flirting with it. Either do it or don't. We either do a public option or we should pull the plug on all health insurance and make everybody pay out of pocket for everything until all the poor that can't afford healthcare die. And then everybody that's left will say, okay, let's do a public option now. Build more, build vertically. Sure. Purge all Republican loyalists. I don't know how, but sure. Nationalize or die. Any corporation like Elon SpaceX that refuses to cooperate with the government gets nationalized or shut down. Sure. Punish red states. If you don't want to pay for FEMA, fine. You don't get any FEMA funding. That's it. Based. Break up big oil. I don't know if that would matter, but sure. Prepare for Republican radicalization. Expand national security to account for the Jan 6 terrorists and those who plan to aid them in the second half of this war. True. Regulate AI. Don't know why or how. Just sounds good and people are scared of AI. Sure. We should make Ultron, okay? Do that. Or the guy that killed Ultron. Criminalize future coup attempts. It already is. Just enforce the laws, but sure. Make it illegal for Elon to buy another election. True. I don't know who this guy is, but I'd vote for him. Canada soldier. Never mind. The Elon Musk conspiracy. Elon Musk's coup and resurgence of technocracy, Inc. Bro, I ain't got time for that bullshit. So much faith. One possible scenario. Everyone knows that if the tariffs cause the markets to crash, Trump will walk the tariffs back and markets will go back up. Yeah? You really think so? Oh, he says one possible scenario at least. So it would be silly to sell, so the markets won't crash, so the policy won't be walked back. Oh, he's going full efficient market hypothesis. But what if the efficient market hypothesis is just pricing in hypothetical markets that don't exist and will never exist? Markets will reflect reality eventually, but it is possible that the cycle he describes creates a lag that prolongs the pain. True. Ludwig break.
Fake because I watched the award show. All right? That's how I know. Okay? This is a totally fake image. She was not nominated this year.
Wait, is this image totally fake? Is that true?
And when I did a bit of research, I did a reverse image.
Oh, no. It came from the Destiny subreddit. How does Hassan have time to print marching orders to everybody like this?
Search, I find out this fake image came from Destiny's subreddit a few months ago.
Vote your favorite 2024 Streamer Awards Rising Star. I voted Forsen. Oh, it's literally a fucking meme post.
Okay, it was like a very niche post. It's a very niche post with 51 upvotes. I don't know why he pulled this, because you can just go to the website and it shows you that he cut out Park and Harbor. I don't know why. Why he pulled you, Shand. You could just go to the website instead of going to Destiny subreddit with the 51 upvoted posts to find out the information.
Like, does he think that Ethan went to my subreddit, or that Ethan just Googled it and that's what came up? I'm curious. Like, what if I Google Frogan Rising Star? Kill me. Oh, fuck. Now this comes up on Twitter. Fuck. They've influenced the results. I wonder if it came up before. It is possible that you saw it on my subreddit first, I guess. But I'm curious if you would have Googled it before, if it would have come up. I don't know.
And you could see that, okay, no, she was actually not nominated this year. This is a fake image. You can see it's 12 out of 27 because they pulled her from a different year and they put it on top to, like, I don't know, make a joke, I guess. Okay? So, yeah, here's the image. Now,
why is Ludwig such a bitch? Everything that some people tell you is a projection of their own behavior. When people talk about like cabals, or like when Hassan talks about how like all these people are in bed with each other and the donors and the lobbyists and all that, that's how he acts on Twitch. So remember, this is why Hassan and Asmongold don't fight with each other. It's why they don't cover each other's shit. It's why Asmongold's probably not going to react to that Ethan video on Hassan. And the reason why, and it's why Ethan and Hassan suck up to each other. And the reason why is because it's like a little cabal. They all want to kind of protect each other's bag, so you don't stand on each other's toes, and you kind of cover for each other when you can, and you just all kind of like move in the same direction. It's unironically like the train wrecks allegations, I guess.
To be clear, it is true that she was nominated in 2021 and lost, and then was again nominated 2022 and then won.
Wait, so then why the fuck does this picture even matter if the gist of his claim was correct?
But she's not been nominated in, like, I guess 3 years now. Two or three.
This is like the most fine-tooth comb criticism fact check. So you said Ethan and Hassan suck up to each other? Oh, sorry, I meant Ludwig and Hassan.
I don't know why. I don't know why the fuck. I don't talk about Ethan. I don't ever talk about him.
And he doesn't talk about you. He didn't really talk about you. He just brought up the streamer awards. I'm trying to think. Did Ethan mention Ludwig's name or show any images of Ludwig in the entire video?
Ethan, I don't ever talk about him. I don't know why he pulls me and Cutie into shit. I think it's weird.
I think he just talked about the awards show that you guys have for your friends, which is true. I mean, but...
Whether it not happen, he can do what he wants. Look, have your fucking beef with us on. I don't give a shit. I'm playing video games over here.
Frogan called him a cracker.
This is actually my favorite detail about Frogan. She won a Rising Star Award at the Streamer Award, an award show put on by her friends. And then the next year, guys, she gets nominated for Rising Star again. Are they fucking with her? You can't be Rising Star twice.
Well, wait, so he didn't even get that fact wrong. I thought maybe he said she won twice when she just won once and was nominated once. So it was just the image was incorrect. That's his criticism? It was just that the image was incorrect. And he got the order wrong. She was nominated and then won once.
Leave me alone. Leave my girl alone.
Bro? Oh my God. It's so cringe. I'm protecting my woman. None of this is about you, bro. What the fuck?
Playing video games over here. Leave me alone. Leave my girl alone. You don't gotta pull up pictures of her and fucking make fun of her again. You don't gotta doctor screenshots that are fake. Make weird.
Why would you have to doctor a fake screenshot?
Weird conjecture points that are fake to prove.
But his point was correct. His whole point was absolutely correct. It was just an incorrect screenshot. But the point was...
A point. You can just use facts to prove a point. That's what I would recommend. If you want to prove a point, find facts to prove the points. Don't make up facts. Or find fake facts. And I don't know if he did. I genuinely don't know if he didn't do his research or he knew it was wrong, but it proved a point. I don't know. But anyway.
He did get it wrong. She was nominated and then won, not won, then nominated. To be fair, we should be honest about it, that yes, the claim was technically wrong, but Ludwig is still a cuck for her son. No, bullshit. You should look at what the fuck the claim is about. If I were to say, John murdered 120 people, he's a reprehensible person, and it was actually came out that John murdered 119 people, would you say my claim was wrong? I mean, like, if we're like doing like a ultra factual, like the record of how many people killed somebody, then sure. But the gist of the point is this guy killed a fuck ton of people. He's a morally reprehensible person, right? You wouldn't say that the whole claim is wrong. That's not true. The gist of the joke that Ethan is making is that anybody being in a rising star thing twice in a row is just very funny, especially if you win one time and then you get nominated again, or if you get nominated and then you win the next time. Being in a rising star thing for 2 years, that's not what rising star means. So even if he got the order wrong, it doesn't nullify the main point that he's making. That's being nominated for rising star after winning is way more cringe than being nominated again after losing. Is it? I feel like either one is cringe. You can't be rising for 2 years. That's not like, this is retarded. That becomes the stagnant star award. He's doing that thing Hassan does where he zeroes in on the most irrelevant argument that might be right on so that he can invalidate your entire viewpoint. Yes, Hassan and Hassan's orbiters will never, ever, 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 ever address any part of Ethan's bomb. It's always just out of context. Yeah. Or like trying to correct the most hyper pedantic point ever. Destiny, I swear to God, I'd love to watch a conversation where these Weasley pricks are pinned down to actually answer for their behaviors. It's infuriating seeing these fake fucks give takes. Yeah, but their fans don't care, so they won't. They don't have to. Trump says to hold talks Monday with Canada and Mexico on tariffs. Oh boy. I hope they strong arm him. Don't give in. Don't be pussies. Love Ethan's energy calling Lud out. Hey, Lud. No drama. Oh, hey, Lud, no drama wig. Why are you such a spineless kind of a person? Now that you've inserted yourself and your girlfriend in this conversation and hold the phone, how sincere is Ludwig's and Cutie's criticisms of me if they still stream with that dude that literally paid for and jerked off to AI porn of Cutie? Oh, come on. Don't throw A-Track under the bus, Ethan. Damn. Why the fuck should I feel bad about this again when he is forgiven, but I'm not? Lemeo, give me a fucking break. Ludwig holds a grudge over the chestnut incident with Ethan, but banters with A-Track, who jerked off to AI porn of his girlfriend. Spineless sober respect. To be fair, I thought A-Track, it wasn't proven that there was actually AI porn of Cutie, right? Oh, God. I don't care. I don't care about any of this. But she was just on the site. Yeah, I don't remember if the specific tab was open, but oh my God. Why is this Hassan deep throater lying so much? Ethan said she won Rising Star 1 year, got nominated the next year. That happened. She won in 2022 and got nominated in 2021. Well, no, this tweet is backwards, but I think, right? What a weird thing to get pedantic on.
What about tariffs against our allies?
It will drive the cost of everything up. In other words, it'll be paid for by American consumers. I mean, why would you want to get in a fight with your allies over this?
What about tariffs?
Who cares? Wait. Fuck me, hold on. I didn't follow the... He's still in office, right? but he's on his way out. What exactly do you mean Canada/Mexico holds strong? Hypothetically, if Trump says, I'll remove the tariffs, shouldn't Canada and Mexico agree to do the same to avoid a trade war? They should remove the tariffs, but that's it. It can't be we remove the tariffs and we've agreed to fix our borders, like Trump said. It has to be like, maybe like we've agreed to remove the tariffs and we're going to be working with the United States to ensure that all of our borders are safe or something.
No, I'm not concerned. We may have short-term a little pain, and people understand that. But long-term, the United States has been ripped off by virtually every country in the world. We have deficits with almost every country. Not every country, but almost. And we're going to change it. It's been unfair. That's why we owe $36 trillion. We have deficits with everybody. We help everybody. We've been helping everybody for years. And to be honest, I don't think they appreciate it. So we're going to change that. We're going to change it fast. We're going to make America great again. We have to focus on our country. We have tremendous potential if properly used, and we have to focus on our country. Tremendous deficits with China, tremendous deficits with the European Union, tremendous deficits with Mexico and Canada.
Mexico and Canada are about to fuck around and find out. 77% of Canada's exports go to the United States. 84% of Mexico's exports go to the United States. Both of them rely on the United States. What do you... Okay. Do I care about this? Hold on.
Hello. Yes, good evening, Larry. My question for Mr. Trump, it's a two-part question relating to international trade. Is the solution to the American trade deficit to restrict trade through protectionist policies, or to train American business to be more aggressive and entrepreneurial? And I'd also like to know if Mr. Trump would support a Canadian-U.S. free trade agreement.
Well, I think, just to answer your first part, I believe it's very important that you have free trade. But we don't have free trade right now, because if you want to go to Japan or if you want to go to Saudi Arabia or various other countries, it's virtually impossible for an American to do business in those countries. Virtually impossible. And I have many friends, they go over to Japan. They can't open up anything. They need approvals. They need this, that. In the meantime, Japan comes over to this country. They're buying up Wall Street. They're buying up all of Manhattan's real estate. They're buying, which is fine as far as I'm concerned, because they're paying premium prices that put people like myself in a very good position if I ever want to sell something. So the fact is that you don't have free trade. We think of it as free trade, but you right now don't have free trade. And I support anything having to do with Canada, because I think they've been one hell of a good ally.
Do you do any business in Canada?
I do a little bit of business with Canada, and the Canadian people are wonderful people, and they're with us 100%, as opposed to many other people in the world. We support so many countries that, I mean, you walk out of the airport and they say, Yankee, go home. They have signs all over, Yankee, go home, and we're giving billions. We don't give anything to our farmers. Our farmers are dying. There's no question about it. Farms that were in for generations and families, they're being taken away. The homeless...
Someone said this is during the Japan scare, when they thought Japan would overtake the U.S. in 1987.
We're all over the streets of the major cities, the sick and the problems, and yet we'll give billions of dollars in defending countries that have 5 times more money than we can ever hope to have. It's ridiculous.
By the way, if you put up one of your properties for sale, let's say Trump Tower, would the Japanese be at the head of the line bidding for it?
It would be very tough to compete with them or some other countries, some other European countries right now, because of what's happening with the dollar and the yen and the mark and the various other currencies. But the Japanese are at the forefront, and it's very, very tough to compete with them in terms of the purchase of anything in this country that's prime.
Middletown, New York, for Donald Trump. Hello.
Hi, Mr. Trump. Knowing that you have differences with Mayor Koch in New York, would you be interested in a mayoral race against him?
No, I don't want to run for the mayor of the city of New York. Being mayor of New York is certainly not an easy job, but it's a job that's very possible to be done correctly. We have a man who's not a competent mayor. I think most people that live in New York know that. He's been bad for the city. He's losing a lot of business in the city, and he shouldn't be. And he's really been a pretty big disaster. And I think that probably over the next period of time, something's going to come out where he will not be the mayor of the city of New York, hopefully much longer.
Should the mayor of the city be someone who knows business?
Well, what we need is competence. We don't have that. We have a one-line artist. That's all he is. And, you know, he's got sort of one-liners that are okay but not great. And that's all he's got going, and it's a problem. It's a problem because we have the greatest city in the world. It's an incredible, incredible city. And I'm proud of the city. And I hate to see the job that he's done because it's really been pathetic.
You have said you have offered to build a huge...
Well, what we need is competence to be the mayor of the city. And he's really been I think most people that live in New York know that. He's been bad. Very possible to be done correctly. Run for the mayor of the city of New York.
Mayor Koch in New York, would you be interested in a mayoral race against him?
No.
Trump, knowing that you have differences with Mayor Koch in New York, would you...
Officials at NBC told me a couple of years ago that that's where they'd like to move. And now there are rumors that NBC may leave 30 Rock and go to New Jersey. But I had a top NBC official tell me he wanted to move to your plan on the west side. Where is that now?
Well, I think we have a real good chance. You know, again, no thanks to Ed Koch, but I think we have a real good chance of getting NBC to stay in New York, and we're fighting very hard for it. We have a very, very good shot, and I anticipate that they'll be making the decision over the next 4 or 5 weeks, and it'll be a very, very big decision, very important to the future of New York City.
Lowell, Massachusetts, for Donald Trump. Hello.
Yes, hello, Larry. Donald, first of all, I want to commend your stand in regards to the other nations should take part in the expense of.
I don't want to make those same mistakes. I want to be as accurate as I possibly can. I'm sure I'm going to make mistakes, even with this, new frame of mind. But that's what my thinking is, okay? I'm not interested in being a little propagandist for any political group. I think both parties are garbage. I think that they have totally failed the American people. And I'm going to stop pretending like Democrats are somehow better than the Republican Party. They're not. They're not.
Yeah.
What the Biden administration
I mean, they literally are.
What the whole
They literally are. Pretty inarguable. Yeah, I'm pretty sure all the horrific shit, all the chaos.
thing, like Democrats are somehow better than the Republican Party. They're not. They're not.
Yeah.
What the Biden administration
I mean, they literally are.
What the whole
They literally are. Pretty inarguable. Yeah, I'm pretty sure all the horrific shit, all the chaos and just complete, turning this fucking government over to Elon Musk. Are you kidding me? Some of the stories that have come out about people that have worked in this government for like 40, 50 years as nonpartisan folks that have resigned or been fired over the last 2 weeks is crazy, guys. People that, again, have held this fucking country together, held the ship on course to the best extent for fucking like my entire lifetime. Nonpartisan people are being fired or are quitting because of the fact that Donald Trump is turning over this country and its economy to robber barons like Elon Musk. That's not something the Democrats would do. I'm sorry, but it's just not.
Oh, yeah, not only that. So since Donald Trump has been sworn in, egg prices and inflation has gotten way worse. We've had planes falling out of the sky. We've had an entire conflict with the president of Colombia where we sent migrants to Colombia, had to fly them back, and then the president of Colombia had to come and get them and send them back. So an international crisis. We've now been trying to poach Greenland from the country of Denmark. We are about to wage war, if not already waging war on Panama. Okay, we already had a huge failure of a government fucking almost collapse when all of the financial assistance, aid, moving of the money, right, the federal grants were paused for 48 hours, 24 hours, and it was such a disaster that Donald Trump already had to roll it back. We have a trade war with Canada on the horizon and a trade war with Mexico on the horizon, 25% tariff increases. Do I need to say more, folks? It's been bad already.
China,
okay,
and
it's been
potentially
bad
European Union.
already. And that's before we get into Doge, and that's before we get into the, oh, by the way, he was offering people 7 months pay to just quit their federal government job to shrink the government. Hello. I actually have a friend that works in Social Security, and I have another one that works for the federal government. And everybody there is scared shitless because they don't know if they're just going to get randomly let go to shrink the government. None of these people have any job security, and they're kind of important people who run the government. You want to make sure that old people get their Social Security payments. You want to make sure that the labor statistics of this country are correct. Those things matter. You know what I mean? They're not just things on the margins.
Cover-up of Biden's mental health was absolutely abhorrent. It was wrong. It was undemocratic. And appointing, or anointing, I should say, someone else to switch out Biden with was also unacceptable. Like, why are we there's multiple examples of things that, Democrats' hair is on fire over because Trump is doing it. You just rewind a few years and you'll notice Democrats did the same shit. It's just that they weren't as harsh in their rhetoric about it.
Yeah. Well, look, I think you're way too harsh on yourself.
No, I deserve it, Cenk.
I don't even know which examples you're talking about. Because honey. Look, and did Trump actually do some terrible things? As you just said, yes, of course, right? So we were worried that he was not going to leave, and then he didn't leave, right? So does he have it coming in terms of people being deeply concerned about he was not going to leave, and then he didn't leave, right? Actually do some terrible things? As you just said, yes, of course, right? So deeply concerned about him? Definitely. Of all the things that any president has ever done, none have been anywhere near as bad as trying to steal the 2020 election, okay? Although the Iraq war and the torture were pretty close, right? And by the
Iraq war? Bro, how many decades back are we gonna go to keep bringing this up? You remember who did the Iraq war, right? You know who started that, right? That wasn't Clinton and it wasn't Obama. You remember this, right? Like why would you bring up the Iraq war to show that both sides are just as bad?
By the way, they stole the 2000 election. That was the Supreme Court who did it. The Republican Party did it, etc.
Oh, who did it then? Oh, another Republican example. Why not give some Democrat examples that they're both the same?
So, look.
So that's the one thing I will say that Cenk has said so far that I agree with. I still don't think that there's any argument that we've had a worse president in my lifetime than George W. Bush, but I think that Donald Trump could really give him a run for his money in second term and take the crown.
Yeah, 100%. Cenk needs to push back harder. He needs to say, that's bullshit. It's just not true that the Democrats are as bad as the Republicans.
Well, but Cenk believes that, though, so he's not going to push back.
Here's why. As he said, no other president, let alone a fucking Democrat, has tried to do what Trump did staying in power.
So, again, I think you're too tough on yourself in how we covered the first term. We're being as accurate as humanly possible here, but it is true that you have to challenge your own assumptions, challenge your own bubble, because sometimes the stuff that you're hearing isn't right. And now, especially these days, because God, people want to please their own audience so badly, because then you see the numbers go up, and it's almost like Squid Games as it goes, and the money piles up. You're like, yes. Of course, Kamala Harris actually won. Donald Trump is actually Hitler. Hitler has already come. They're already killing the Jews and the Chinese, or whatever. And ding, 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 money goes up, and they're like, yes. What else do you want to hear, guys? By the way,
yeah, that's you guys. You're all the dumbasses that he's talking about. You're all the fucking people that Cenk thinks is so dumb. You only listen to us because we spoon feed you talking points. They think you're all little bird-brained village idiots for Gavin and I to just, gobble up a bunch of garbage and spit it back into your mouths because you're so stupid you can't think for yourself.
Yeah. Also, it's just so annoying to hear Cenk again accuse everyone else of being in this for money and profit when, again, you're in the fucking Poly Market studio, bro. You took $20 million from Katzenberg, and you want to sit here and act like everyone else is basing their media company and basing their programming decisions off of ding, 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 ding. Where's the money? Where's the money? That's literally you, bro. You've destroyed your own network in pursuit of profit.
Yeah, literally peak projection.
All thing, but good folks are doing this, and that's why I'm like, oh my God, what are you doing? What are you doing? Kamala Harris didn't actually win. So there's this insane theory that she got 3.5 million votes, but just decided not to count them.
No, that's not the theory at all, you dumb shit. You fucking lying twat. Okay, the reality is that there were 3.5 million people who were no longer registered to vote thanks to just absolutely discriminatory, regressive, fascist, Republican gerrymandering and voter suppression laws. And then on top of that, there was a giant hurricane that hit North Carolina about a month before the fucking elections. So all these million people that weren't registered to vote anymore. Yeah, you think after your home's been destroyed and you've lost all your fucking documents, you can just run down to the post office and get a fucking voter ID card? You can't, Cenk. You can't. And so people were like, you know what? We should talk about that. That's newsworthy because the Republicans rigged the game and cheated like they fucking always do. Cenk, and you, the homo progressives, you're supposed to be like, yeah, this is really fucked up. That's why we have to keep our eye on the ball. That's why we have to make sure that these voter suppression laws don't move forward. That's why we need to make sure that people are registered to vote. That's why we need to make sure it's as easy as possible to vote on election day. That's what you should be talking about, not talking about how people are lying that Kamala Harris actually won. No, we know why she lost. We're saying in large part it's because of voter suppression, including 3.5 million people who should have been able to vote and couldn't.
Yeah, 100%.
Insane.
2.1 million mail-in votes for her, but she didn't make a big deal out of it. She said, oh, that's okay, don't count the 2.1 million votes. That would have actually led to my victory.
Insane. Absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Don't become everything you hate. Just please don't. Please don't. The Democrats aren't worth it. They're not worth it.
I must have missed the leftist January 6th. I guess it did happen, and we totally forgot to cover it, Zach.
I would have been there, dog. Come on, let me in. I'll be the new QAnon shaman. You know,
I already claimed that.
we'll wrestle for it.
They're not worth it.
Good rational folks thinking that, and I'm like, what is going on? I think the algorithms are literally driving people crazy. So, anyways, we're trying to resist that with every fiber of our being because we're mental about giving you the truth. It's in our mission statement.
So many times.
We are going to boldly pursue the truth, no matter what.
Oh well, that's in their mission statement. I must have forgot. Sorry, I forgot to bring that up, guys. But their mission statement actually says that they're boldly committed to pursuing the truth.
Sounds like something that would be on a mural at Walnut Grove Elementary School. Gavin and I went to the same elementary school, and when we walked in, there was this big mural of like a explorer, like a astronaut, I think, and we were the Walnut Grove Explorers. But I think it said like "ad ast."
You guys tweeted out Ethan Klein's content nuke expose on Hassan. It's the dumbest shit I've seen in a long time. Wow. Based. And they make fun of Destiny fans. Nice. Based.
This is a message to all Americans. You guys think you can push Canada around, huh? Put 25% tariffs on our goods. You want to go there, huh? You want to tango with us? Well, I got news for you, bucko. Canada may seem nice. We may seem pleasant, the most generous people you've ever heard of. And all of that is true. We may seem like pushovers, but I can guarantee you, we are not. Underneath our veneer of kindness, there is a dark, sadistic killer underneath. You know the Geneva Conventions? Yeah. They were made for Canadians. 100 years ago, we did some war crimes. Think about that. You think now's a good time to strike? Just because our government's in disarray and our healthcare system's failing and half of our military population is obese? You didn't think about it that hard, did you? Cause we're just gonna eat ya! You mess with the Canadians, you get the Mounties! Take 1 million dead Americans! We're like rabid dogs. Back us into a corner, and we'll rip your ears off! We're vicious! The Americans tried to tussle with us 200 years ago, and we beat them, kind of. So, you know, that tracks that we would beat them in the modern political context. You want to put your $1 trillion of military spending against our $30 billion? Good luck! Our largest export to you guys? Rape. Seed oil.
Jesus.
The best quality oil. What are you gonna do without canola oil, huh? You'll be looking pretty stupid when you don't have any more canola oil. Most of you guys only know me from my first form, where I'm a sweet, sensitive little guy. Oh, hello! Would you like a poutine? This is a loony, and that's a toonie, and you can tell it's a loony because it has a loon, one of our national birds. We've got the loon, we've got the wandering albatross. Sure, that's how you may know us, but when shit gets serious, so does Canada. Watch as I enter. 4, 2, rah! Yeah, stab, 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 kill, war crime, war crime! You didn't like Form 2 now, did you? Well, there's a lot more where that came from, if you keep messing with us. I may have never seen a war, but you know one thing I have seen? Avengers, Civil War. And one thing I've learned is that the underdogs always win. Yeah, us Canadians are nice guys. We're nice until we're not. Oh, hello. Would you like to go to Alberta? Or Toronto? Or Vancouver? How about Kamloops? Oh, let's go to Brandon, Alberta and have a Molson Canadian. Form 2, activate, stab, kill, war crime, rape, war crime. 1 million Americans dead. 1 million Americans dead. So let this be a lesson to you. Us Canadians may seem nice, but if you get on our bad side, you will pay. Hey. Oh, hello, Mr. American. Shut up. American, sir. Shh. Shut the fuck up. Oh, you can talk.
We're gonna shut up.
You'll get on my bad side.
We're gonna take your fucking land. We're gonna annex you hoser fucks. We're gonna rape your fucking land, and you're gonna fucking like it. How does that sound? You like that? Does that sound good? Shh. Shut up. Explain yourself.
I think you should
shut the fuck up. I said shut up. Get down.
What?
Get on the ground. He's reaching.
What?
He's reaching. He's fucking reaching. He's reaching.
Okay, good job. All right.
Okay, so if you agree, there needs.
These are our 3 videos for today. Snoopy, druid from Dire Mall, banned in pirate software's chat with 0 messages sent. If at the end of all of this shit, pirate software took a harder hit than me, that'd be pretty funny. Jesus. How is stuff still happening? It's kind of funny that LSF managed to loop back around to gaming because of the the World of Warcraft stuff. It's cute. Very cute.